Hello and welcome back. We've got the wonderful Hornby Railways version of the HST on the railway today. Iconic model. It came along in the mid-70s, so really featured in the 1977 catalogue. Available in a set first, I think, and then as a solo model, dummy and power car together, and then perhaps as a train pack a little later on with a coach, along with numerous sets over there. Let's just come a little bit closer down here. Let's follow it down there. Now, I messed around with this one when I was playing with the 01. So the headlights aren't directional at the moment, they're fixed. So they're on both ends at the same time. I set them up so they ran on the 16 volt AC. But through my limited knowledge of electronics, I just had them sort of on all of the time. So I haven't got them changed back for directional running at the moment, but I think I can live with that at the moment. Makes a lovely clatter with those Silver Seal style wheels on the rails. I think we'll just see if we can get some control over that and bring it into the station. So if I grab hold of the controls, which are sort of hiding below me at the moment, see if I can grab those without looking down too far. We'll catch it coming through that tunnel. See if we can bring it to a nice smooth stop in the station. And we'll wind off a bit of power. There we go. So it's not a perfect model. I don't know whether it's a match set. It's one that I bought a long time ago for my son. And the very kind person at the Model Railway Shop made it up out of bunches of bits that they had. And I do have a secondary motor. I did have a motor in the other end of it at one time, so we could run extra long trains, and it was very entertaining. You get the odd crash with it, concertinas off the rails, but we're just going to have the one coach on it, very much like it came in the original set today. So I've been just cleaning up a few models as well, a bit of laziness. So we're getting on for late July now, so I've been quite busy in the summer up till this point. So I've got a handful of these we're going to get cleaned up over the next week or so, if I get the time. So some interesting boxes there. We can grab some focus on the end of there, but we'll have a closer look over these once I've got them all sorted out. That's a very faded box, isn't it? So I think what we should do is get ourselves onto the other side of the railway, and we'll just swap the route around a little bit and have a bit more fun, because it definitely brings on the smiles when you're playing with this particular model train. So we'll come back to the catalogue in a moment, but I've forgotten I've left the Dorchester just behind the engine shed over here. So let's bring that around to the station. It's hiding just over there. Let's add a little power into that. Lovely model. This makes such a lovely thundering sound on the rails. All those tin plate coaches rattling around behind. Let's see if we can just get this safely into the centre line in the station here. There we go, and I think we'll run the HST out the other way. So we'll just swap controls. Just excuse me while I pop these ones down. So we'll put those in a place of safety there. And let's grab the controls for this, and then we'll just run this the opposite way around the railway. Let's see if we can grab the HST there. And we'll come up a little higher with this. And then we'll just get that on the near side of the station. Hymex sitting on the other side of the Western style coaches. I almost turned that the wrong way there, and had double the amount of speed, having a moment there trying to work out which way to turn. So let's just have a quick look at this. This is the iconic 1977 catalogue. We've got that amazing image there. So I'll leave that at the end if you want to have a closer look at that. But I think this model, or group of models, first showed up in the train set, 685 high-speed train set of 1977. So you can see the group of items here. Nice sort of circle of track, no points. And there's all of those items sitting in there. And again, I'll leave that page so you can have a good read over those contents. at the end there. So let's just have a quick look over the 77 catalogue. So this is dated 4th of July 1977. And now we've got passenger sets. Let's see if we can maintain some focus on here. So we've got 685, and it looks like we've got a price there, quite impressive, £19.50. So it seems like remarkably good value by today's standards, but I'm sure £19.50 was a huge sum of money at the time. Let's get this to roll round onto the inner line. Let me actually, there's also a really nice picture of the high mech there, isn't there? Let's just have a look at that wonderful set there with those very 70s style wagons, very of the period. Again, this set's got a set of points in it. Look, let's just pop that down there, and let's just put that notes down there. We'll get this set up to run onto the inner line, I think. Let's go for these points here. Sorry, sudden bit of thought process needed here. So we'll go curved there, and we need to go curved there. So that's just outside the 00 station. So all being well, that will run straight through there, and then we can get the train here and we'll whip it off and have a quick look over. So we'll run round the railway towards those points now. Just step back a bit, try and get the whole thing in. I've just walked into the edge of the railway. Let's see how it clambers over that diamond crossing. It doesn't like that very much, does it? Let's pull that into here. I think it's been doing remarkably well. Certainly wasn't really meant to be at home on this style of track, I don't think. We'll just bring that gently around. And we'll just whip the items off the track and have a look at them. So there is only the one hook on these. See if we can get that there. So here we've got the power car. As I said earlier, I'm not sure of the exact age of this one. So a number of slight variations. This one's been in the wars a little, but still does the job. So I had this numbered up as chip number 16 when I was using the 01. But yeah, they're sort of quite nice, smooth running wheels here. So a slight bit of wear through the chrome work on the wheels though, but it's definitely been around the rails a few times. We've got a pair of traction tyres here. But you see these were sold without a hook. You just had the loop, but still quite nice things. So I think, as I said earlier, I think you'd have been really excited to get a set with this back in the day. So we'll have a look at the coach. So I can't remember the number of the coach. Let me just grab my notes for a second. So I did write this down. So the coach would be R439. So again, I think this came along in the 1970 catalogue. I can't remember how long it ran to. I think there were many variants of this different liveries and so on. This coach sort of persisted in the catalogue for many years, I think, and variations of it painted finish perhaps slightly later on. And I'm sure I've read somewhere that it may have the incorrect number of windows on this. Yeah, these Silver Seal wheels, these have got a round section. I need a spare set of these because I acquired another APT a short time ago, and one of these wheels in its set has wheels like this, and they're really warped, so sadly it doesn't run. So I need to get hold of one of those. But again, quite lovely looking things. We'll pop that down, and then we'll just grab the other part here. You can hear that runs really nicely on the rails. Now I've got extra weight in this one, so I think it helps it sit on the rails just that little bit better. So you can see, I forgot to point out, we do have Hornby's name on the bottom of these items. So already picking up dirt here, whether we can see that. I cleaned these up just yesterday afternoon, so they were all nice, sort of as shiny and clean as they were ever going to be. But yeah, they run really lovely. So yeah, see if we can get that in hopefully getting that in focus. We've got Hornby, and we've got made in Great Britain. I think they must have made many of these. These lamps don't sort of quite sit as flush as they could into the bodywork. I do have a boxed variant of this. I'll leave a link to the video of it. And the lamps don't fit as nice and neatly in as this one does. This is much better. I think my boxed version of this sort of sit quite proud of it. Look very awkward. But yeah, really quite a lovely thing. So we'll just pop these back on the rails. We'll just alter the points, and we'll have another go at climbing over that diamond crossing. So we'll make that one straight there. And we should be able to run around. Let's have a go. Let's go for some power here. Tiniest bit more momentum in play this time. Yeah, quite a few things struggle a little bit on there. It's got so many gaps in the rails. So let's just bring that around again. Let's step back. And we'll stop it before the 00 station. We'll play with the points. Let's see if we can get this back on the outer line and perhaps up to that elevated station. Yeah, not many pickups on the not many wheels actually picking up on this. Whoops! I was thinking I was going to go further around than that. So as you saw when we looked underneath it, there really isn't a lot. You just got pick up 2 wheels on that side and 2 wheels on this side perhaps, and that's it. So if you got some of them coming off the rails as you're going over sort of bumpy diamond crossings or large plastic frogs, whoops, that's where the issues begin to come from. I think there's a sort of element of that with I'll get the words out here. The 01, who had problems with a little bit of sort of a lack of continuity from time to time. So let's go through here. And we'll come around there. Let's see, they're relatively close, those, to each other. They do look good as they sort of go through the curves, and the couplings sort of run across each other, and the coaches sort of narrowly miss. You can see I suppose today contemporary models would be much more close coupled, perhaps. I don't know. Sort of not my thing, the contemporary models. So this is all a bit more toy-like. Let's switch that point there. So we go straight, and we should be able to get a climb up to the station. I just want to check a point because I can't remember which way I've got this set. Yeah, let's go around the back of the station first. So that's what we need. And it comes around the curve. I prefer it coming around that way. I think it looks better as it comes around there. Anyway, we'll see. Let's give this a little power. Let's step back so we get the full effect. So just those 2 traction tyres. I don't think we've got wheel slip. I think it's just taking it out of it, really. And we'll just back off a little now so we don't charge away. Lovely sound on those elevated rails. Run back down there. Let's stand back so we can see that coming through the bridges. And then slow that down. There we go. So I think we'll switch out the point over here, and then we'll be able to make our way further around. So we want to go curved with that. And then we can bring it up alongside the station for a moment. Let's come out really wide now. There we go, right length for the station and everything. I don't think the real trains were quite this length. There were a good deal more cars on than this one has. So just have a look down there. I think I forgot to point out this coach has seen better days. It's beginning to sort of peel apart on one of its there, that side there. So I forgot to point that out when we were having a look over them. So let's get that onto level ground, and I think that's probably it for today. I'll try and keep these videos a little shorter so they're easier to digest. Smoothly around. Yeah, and I'll get those wagons, start working on those over the next week, I think. Ideally, we'll have those out and running on the railway. So it'll be quite interesting. I think the petrol tanks as well. I want to try and get some of those. So we've got 2 sort of tanker trains underway, but it's probably going to take me a lot. I've just backed off more than I thought there. I was trying to stop it running away. So it'd be quite nice to have the petrol tanks as well as the shell lubricating. So we'll just bring this up to the 00 station. I think that's probably it this time. Thank you again for looking in. It's hugely appreciated. And look back next time. We'll have something else interesting to have a look at. Goodbye now.